Okay, let's hope this works. All right, Alexi Balian here. I'm gonna just do a couple intro Maya movies, okay? Introductory lessons, just to kind of navigate around the space and feel comfortable and so forth. Okay, first thing first, if I use, basically I'm just gonna show you how to kind of orbit around the space, okay? So if you don't know how to use Maya at all, just come in here and just do this, okay? Eventually you'll never use this, okay? So you'll go like this. If I click on front, from here goes to top and so forth, okay? Click here, you can rotate it. All right, so that's somebody who's never touched the app. That's an easy go-to location. In this application, Y is up, so you see it down here, Y is up, okay? There's the grid here, okay? And I'm holding now Option or Alt on Windows and left clicking, so you guys basically orbit around. If I use Option middle scroll, up, down, left, right, around. So basically you're panning, okay? So left click does one thing with the mouse holding Alt. Right click kind of pans in and out, okay? So basically you're using all three buttons on your mouse. Second, if you want to select a box, for example, I'm going to create a cube. Here's my cube. This is just select. Doesn't do anything else, okay? Here is the transform, basically move. Just like all in our other apps, if I press F right now, frames it in. Like in any other 3D app, as long as you see these little pointy arrows, just click on them, left click, and move accordingly. Okay, so left click, and notice up here, that's the translation. That's the actual location in the world space. Okay, so if I type in 0 tab 0 enter, you're back into the center. If I press minus, come on, minus, plus, these get bigger. Okay, your arrows get smaller and larger. So don't. This is really, you're going in two planes, basically the X and the Y. I never use it that way, especially when I'm working in the three-dimensional space. I keep it simple, left click, left click, left click. So that's basically a move tool, okay? So I'm gonna zero it out so it goes back to the center. Done. All right, next thing, rotate, okay? Just like any other app. I'm picking one axis and I'm rotating and I'm looking at the number, okay? So if I wanna say 30, boom, 30 is right there. Okay, rotate 30 degrees on the Y. All right, good. So I'm gonna zero that out. All right, next, scale. Same as before. Ding, 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 like that. Okay, so you scale out, down, and so forth. Okay, back to move. Now let's say we wanna add a cylinder. Here's my cylinder. Okay, right there. So I'm gonna put shadows, ambient occlusion on. Hopefully this will make sense to you guys in a second. There's a bit of, there's no lights in here, so you're not going to see any lights. Okay, good enough. All right, so I put a cylinder in here, and then I'm going to add, what am I going to add, a cone? Cone right on top of that. Okay, so there it is. This is basically what I created. So what's interesting here, if you accidentally press spacebar without knowing what spacebar is doing, you're getting out of that view. Okay, now you have 4 views, and you're like, whoa, this is overwhelming. What do I do? No problem. You go to panels over here, panel orthographic, for example, or perspective, right? You're in perspective. So you can come in here and say panel. I used to know how to do this, so I just press spacebar to go in and to go out, okay? It's all coming back, folks. All right, there's one, so that's kind of nice, right? Zoom in, zoom out, hold. So I'm back into this view. Later on, for animation purposes, you're gonna end up doing something like this. Panel, layouts, 2 panes stacked, and you're gonna come over here, you're gonna go to panel, and then graph editor. So this is what we'll be doing for animation, okay? But I'll just space bar it, I'm out. You'll come back to that, all right? What I like with this here, okay, so pay attention up here, look, wireframe, shaded and textures if you have any, and then this is wireframe with edges. I love this. To me, this shows me my topography, so I like it. So again, zoom in, zoom out. There's other ways of looking at panel orthographics, so this could be if you want to look at it from the side, okay, and then kind of move it up here. Watch what I'm going to do here, okay? I want this ground to be below here, okay? The height of this, believe it or not, polycube is 1 by 1 by 1. I think it's centimeters. It doesn't matter. So if I go minus 0.5 on the Y, minus 0.5, look what it does. Oh, okay. I don't know why that's the case. Oh, because I scaled it, right? Okay, what if I go 0? There's 0. Why is that working? 0.5 minus 0.5. Okay, something's going on here. Okay, let me just delete this, bring a new one in. There it is. Now if I hit minus 0.5, yeah, it's on the ground. I have no idea. Okay, so now that's on the ground. Okay, so if I want to bring this to the ground, I'll go like that, and then this one over here with the arrow right on top of it. Okay, so here what I want to do is make my ground. For example, if this was a ground, I would scale it out. Okay, you can scale it out, which is doing this, right there. Okay, but if you come over here, left click option, oh, you can't do anything. I wonder why, because now you're stuck in an orthographic. So what you can do is panel perspective. Okay, in Blender you can go through these without jumping out, basically. Okay, so here if I'm going to go like that, I'm going to scale out like that. So there's my ground. Okay, all right, so watch, I'm gonna I'm gonna scale this down, something like that. Okay, I'm gonna scale it from the middle out and then bring it in. Okay, like that. So just play around a bit, get used to it. So anything you press here shows up there. See, like that. Okay, I can go like this. See, here, moving it around. So basically, if you're not comfortable with that, just go front, zoom out. So this is front in perspective. It's not a proper front. Okay. So look, see how you can see it receding in space? So the proper front is panel orthographic. Oh man, I hope this doesn't confuse you guys. Okay, so I'm holding Alt middle scroll to go panning like this, and I'll slow it down. Really nice. Okay, this is sweet, that's good. So back to panels perspective. Thank you. Okay, there it is. Now, okay, so I'm gonna just say again, just a quick review, move, rotate, scale, W-E-R. So watch, if I press W is there, E changes, R changes, okay? There, this is just a selection. And then if you want to hold Shift, you can select multiple, and Shift left click. That means you can select multiple objects, and now I'll say move. Maybe I'll move this on the red axis and I'll move it back over there, okay? How's that sound to you guys? Okay, I'll bring another cube in here and I'll make that the entrance to this kind of mausoleum. Who knows? It's something. It's kind of an architectural element here. Okay, this should be good for a review. How long did I go here? I have no idea how many minutes I've been going. This is a different app. Okay, I'm gonna stop right here. Oop, under 8 minutes. Thank you. That's it. Let's call it Balian out. All right, thank you everybody. First video.